Okay, first thing I'd like to say is how proud I am of the players for how they handled themselves in our game Saturday. Gutsy performance, hung in there for the full 60 minutes, and found a way to win. And can't say enough about their effort and their mentality and the way they handled themselves. It was a big win for us, obviously to stop a two-game skid first of all, and then to give us a little bit of momentum coming into this week. So very proud of how they performed, like I said. Coming into this week, we're saying goodbye to 18 seniors. This particular senior class is the winningest senior class in Utah football history as far as the last four-season stretch. The guys have been great leaders for us on and off the field, and just a terrific group to be around. And so we're going to miss those guys, and this will be their last opportunity to play together at Rice-Eccles Stadium. And of course, we have one more game in a bowl situation, but this is their last chance to play in front of the home crowd, so we appreciate what they've done. Looking forward to the game this week. No conference championship implications or anything of that nature involved, but it's still a rivalry week and intense game is what we expect, as always. Our guys are excited about the opportunity to play in front of the home crowd and have a chance to line up and play in this game again. It's always a great game, and the last 10 or 15 years it's been very competitive, and we're looking forward to it. So, questions?
What did you learn about your team Saturday night, trailing, coming back, getting that win? Is maybe almost kind of a gut check time?
Yeah, it was a situation where they never doubted. I mean, they kept believing. They showed a great deal of resiliency, and we had talked all week long about handling adversity within a game. There's two ways. You get adversity from week to week, but then you also get a lot of adversity within a game itself. And we had not done a good job in the previous 2 weeks of handling that, and so that was a point of emphasis and topic of discussion on many occasions last week. And our guys took that to heart and responded just how we hoped they would respond.
Coach, would you say this week is something you look forward to when you see it, or something you dread?
No, you look forward to it. Anybody that's a competitor looks forward to an opportunity to play in games that are as scrutinized and hyped as this one. I mean, it's no doubt. I think it's the biggest event in the state of Utah over the course of a year, and it's just one of those things that you look forward to the opportunity.
Kyle, do you feel like this game has gotten even bigger and more intense, both with players and fans, over maybe the last 10, 15, 20 years, or is it just kind of the same more?
I think it ratcheted up about 10 or 15 years ago, and it kind of leveled off. I think it's been I don't think there's been a marked difference in the last 8 to 10 years, but I think if you go back 20 years, I think it's definitely much more intense now than it was back then. And I guess for obvious reasons, with the internet and all the different mediums out there to promote it.
As you've looked at BYU, what do you attribute their improvement over the last 4 or 5 weeks to, if you can pinpoint maybe something on either side of the football?
Okay, I think they're running the football effectively, getting about 175 yards a week rushing, which is a great starting point. If you have a run game, then everything else seems to fall into place. The quarterback has gotten better each week. He was a true freshman, and that's you can see the maturation process of Jake Heaps throughout the last several weeks. Playing solid defense. They're playing good defense and good special teams. So I think it's just a combination of, as every program hopes throughout the course of a year to get better each week. I think they've done that.
Like you said, there's no practical conference championship implications this week, and so based on that, you really think it's going to be dramatically different next year when you're not in the same conference?
The flavor of the game itself, that's a good question. It remains to be seen. This is uncharted territory now when we start playing next year, and we have gone our separate ways, conference affiliation wise, and plus the time slot is going to be different. That to me will be the biggest difference, is the time slot more so than the affiliation, because we're always, they're 45 miles to the south, we're here. The proximity geographically and all that stuff is a constant, but the real feel of the game is always the build-up throughout the whole season to that final game, and now that's changed. And so that to me is going to be the biggest dynamic that may have an impact.
Coach, you've been around the rivalry longer than any of us.
That I have. Yeah.
With things changing now next year, is there a little bit of sentimental value to you that
Zero
with
sentimental value.
Zero.
Zero.
With this
Yep.
being the last November game.
Just line up and play. Yeah, as far as that goes, because the series will go on at least for the next couple of years. It's set up, and so even though we talked about how it's going to be different, no sentimental value as far as anything else beyond that.